Okay, guys, y'all, we are halfway through the year, so I feel like the perfect time. This is the perfect time to be able to go ahead and look over all of our anticipated releases. Because if you do not know, usually in the beginning of the year, I feel like they don't end up putting out all the good releases that's coming out later on. So I decided to do a part two of my anticipated releases from all the way from June to December. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there might be a little bit books that I end up mentioning again if I did it before. Most likely because now they have a picture. Well, now they have like a title picture. So, y'all, let's roll right into the video and go ahead and get ready for this awesome list of the rest of the year reads. Once again, guys, welcome to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Garcella Robinson. This is my little part of the world where I talk about books, anything that's happened in the book community, and of course, whatever I want, because this is my channel. Y'all, I've been so happy to do this. I definitely been waiting for a whole bunch of books for the rest of this year. I feel like y'all, it has been a year, but I feel like so many good movies, so many good books, so many good shows are coming out at by the end of this year into next year. Like, they is coming with these bangers. And to show y'all an example, I actually picked up a book that came out this month, and y'all, I am so excited. This has been on my anticipated releases, and y'all already know the book. Let me go ahead and show y'all. So this is the new book that's been added to my collection, y'all. This is the second book in the Drew Collins series. I've been wanting to read this series for the longest. I know. Like I've been saying before, it is on Kindle Unlimited if y'all want to be able to read the book. But y'all know I am a physical copy girly. So I really wanted to wait until she came out with the physical copies. Because when I ended up finding out that she ended up coming out with, that she had all these books, that's my cup of tea. Her books were gonna be dropping that next year, so I was like, okay, I waited this long, I could wait another year. And that's exactly what I did. And y'all, to be able to get these beautiful behind covers, I'm glad I did. All right, so y'all, I have 17 books that I end up having on my 2026 part 2 of my anticipated releases. And the first one that I want to mention is The High Life by Anise Starr. Now, y'all, I ended up discovering this author, I believe like a year or two ago. I love her books so much. They're so beautiful, and I definitely feel like it's very, very like meet cute, funny, each one of her books. But the one that I am anticipated to read is called The High Life. I wouldn't say I've been waiting for this book for a long time, because if you go to her books, she don't really have a lot. So I was surprised that this author was coming out with a book pretty soon, because I don't feel like she put out a book recently. Like, she has not put out a book recently. So it's really nice that she's gonna be coming out with this one. And I'm not gonna lie, I might just start my collection of having her physical copies on my shelf, because I love her books just as much. And for this one, we have The High Life. It drops on the 2nd of July, and of course in 2026. And for this one, we end up having our main character. She is pretty much an heiress, so she like, or a nepo baby if you want to say. She pretty much like a nepo baby, so she been living the high life. She been doing whatever she want, taking jets to any vacation she want or whatever like that. So now her dad is coming to collect, and he said the way that he's collecting is pretty much he want her to get married. So she ended up coming up with this big lie so she won't have to end up marrying the guy that her dad want her to marry. So yes, I can't wait to get into it, because I feel like Anise Starr always have me giggling, laughing, and unable to put the book down. So yes, I cannot wait for this book. Now, the next book that I want to mention is a book by Leah Bardugo, which is The Six of Crows, Letters from Ketterdam. This comes out on the 14th of July. And for this one, we have just some little small story. This is a 2.5. It's part of the series. Well, it's part of the Six of Crows series, but like it's a point 0.5. So usually it end up having to do with the characters or it don't. I feel like the only reason why this is an anticipated release for me, not because I plan on picking up the physical copy, but more because I love this series so much. I feel like to me, at least this is one of her best series, at least the best series that I've liked by her so far. And I feel like for this one, when it comes to the point 0.5, I definitely feel like because she's been talking and saying that she's been in works with coming out the third book, I really feel like it's gonna give us a hint on either when the third book is gonna come out, or give us clues to what the third book not could possibly be about, but definitely can, you know, give us some information. So that's why it's an anticipated release. Not that I'm gonna pick up the copy, but that it could possibly give us hints to the third book. The next book that I want to mention is Adversary to the Villain. Y'all, this comes out on the 4th of August. Now, if you do not know, I have a love and hate relationship with this series, y'all. I don't know what it is. I feel like it has a good story, but to me, the author just cannot write. Yes, but it's very entertaining. It's very entertaining. And once again, books are for entertainment. And I tell you, I give people like a lot of authors that like not even the encouragement, but I just feel like it's such a great thing to be able to put yourself out there to write. So she doing way more than people is doing now. So yes, I'm somewhat looking forward to this. I feel like I just wanted to add this to the list for because I am currently on the third book. I believe I'm on the third book. I haven't got to the fourth one yet, but it is something to look forward to so I can know that it came out already if I want to be able to continue the series, because the way it's looking, like I'm just not in no rush to finish this series. Like it's just not a priority for me, but I know it needs to get done. So yes, that's why I got added to this list, y'all. Now, y'all, the next book is definitely a surprise to me, as I'm pretty sure it will be a surprise to you if you read Sword Heart. So if you do not know, Sword Heart was definitely a little different for me. When I picked it up, I ended up seeing a recommendation from a YouTuber and I was like, okay, let me check it out. And in that book, it pretty much is about a girl falling in love with a guy who was cursed into a sword, and they made it work. So now T. Kingfisher is coming out with the second book in that series, well, in the series, which is surprising me. I thought it was just a standalone, but she is coming out with a book called Dagger Bound, and it's gonna be coming out sometime on the 25th of August. Y'all, I cannot wait to pick this up. I cannot wait to pick this up. I had so much fun reading Sword Heart, and to find out that Daggerbound is gonna be, we're gonna have a M and M relationship, y'all. I already could tell it's gonna be good. I can already tell it's gonna be good. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I definitely can't wait to read it. But it's pretty much gonna be taking on that same premise, but instead we're gonna have different characters. So it's gonna be a little bit different, but I don't feel like too different. I really hope that she end up bringing back the other characters. That will be really, really nice to bring back the other characters and to be able to experience them too, y'all. I can already tell it's gonna be such a good book. I can already tell. Now, y'all, going into the next book, we have Tapey Story. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Y'all don't quote me on it, okay? Don't quote me on it. But this is supposed to drop September 8th. This book is by R.F. Kuang. And if you do not know, I am a lover of R.F. Kuang. Y'all, she literally is the queen of all genres. I don't care what nobody say. Like, she is the queen of all genres. She literally could insert herself into any genre that she wants and completely get away with it. That's how much of a good writer she is. But in Tapey's Story, I don't feel like it's a little different than the other books that she be writing. Just more, I just feel like it's going to be very literary fiction. Don't get me wrong, she already have literary fiction like she did Yellowface, but I feel like this one is definitely carrying a different meaning, because in this book we're going to be able to have the experience of reading from a Chinese American who is experiencing life, trying to connect to her roots and everything like that. So I really feel like it's going to be a different perspective, and I really feel like in this book I feel like R.F. Kuang is literally going to be putting her everything in this book because she can relate so much to it. Not saying that she can't relate to her other books, because I love that she always brings a historical context to her other books that has to do with her and make it more relatable to her as an author. But I definitely feel like this one is definitely gonna be her biggest one yet. I don't feel like it might not be her biggest one yet, okay? I don't know if Babel could ever get its place taken right now. But I definitely feel like this one is definitely going to be even more heartfelt than all her other books. I'm telling you, I feel like out of the two books that I read by her, I cried in both of them. So I could just already see how this one going to do me, y'all. I could already see. Okay, y'all, to our next book. This was a surprise to me because I feel like this author literally just came out with the second book. And y'all know how I was sitting here waiting to get the second book after I read the first one. And that is the third book for Blood at the Roots. He named it Ashes at the Altar. This is expected to drop September 15 of this year. And y'all, now, I'm not gonna lie, when I read the first one, I did rate it 3 stars. I have not read the second one, but the reason why I was still willing to get the second one after I rated 3 stars, I talked about it with my sister, and 3 books doesn't mean that I don't like it. 3 books for me, 3 stars for me just mean that it was a really good story. It just wasn't spectacular. Like, it wasn't a 5 star. It was just good. It was just good. Then 4 stars, it was great. 5 stars, this was spectacular, okay? 2 stars, it was okay. 1 star, I'm never gonna read it again. Throw it away. But yes, Ashes at the Altar. I can't wait to read this one. I definitely want to continue to follow the main character or this author on this journey. I feel like he definitely got more in store for us because there's just so much that he can do with this world, with it being about a runaway kid finding out his life and everything like that, and how deep and connected he is with his roots, and being able to go to an magical HBCU. Y'all know I just love them, okay? So yes, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, and I definitely can't wait to read the third one in this book. Yeah, pretty surprising. Now the next one that we have is The Wild Zone by Rick Riordan. If you do not know, this is the maker of Percy Jackson, okay? The one who wrote the best middle grade series I ever seen in my life. Y'all, it's so good. But anyway, now he's making The Wild Zone, and for The Wild Zone, this is gonna be pretty much the story of what everybody was doing when Percy Jackson was on his own adventure and everybody else was on their own adventure. For this one is about Camp Half-Blood and different stories of each character, like different characters who's in this world. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is going to be nice. I feel like anything that Rick Riordan writes, I'm willing to read. So y'all, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. But this is set to drop, if I did not mention it, this is set to drop on the 29th of September. The next one that I want to mention is, I know I'm gonna butcher this. But Mestra by Madeline Miller. Okay, this is an anticipated release for me, but I'm not gonna lie. I have 2 of her books. I have The Song of Achilles, and then I have Circe. I have not got to Circe, but I read The Song of Achilles, and y'all, I love this so much. I feel like it's kind of like a 50-50 on how you end up liking the book, but for me, I loved it. It was definitely a different spin on Achilles, and yeah, it was just a different crazy spin, but I loved it. I love every second of it. Well, to an extent. I believe I rated it 3 to 4 stars. It was a good story. But next she's coming out with Mestra. Yeah, y'all know what I'm getting at, okay? The words are up here. But yeah, she coming out with a new short story. This is going to be small, so I'm not going to get the physical copy. But I am going to end up downloading the ebook on my phone or tablet or whatever, depending on the situation. And yeah, I can't wait to read this one too. I definitely love her writing, and I definitely love that she explores a lot of Greek mythology and tells it in her own way, but in such a good way that still keep people entertained, but also it kind of bring up, I wouldn't say like, of course it's not close to the truth, like depending on how you see it. Some people think it's fiction, some people think it's non-fiction, like they think it's real. So it's kind of like it's all in the eye of the beholder. And I love that. And when I read Song of Achilles, when she did that one, I feel like she still brought in like kind of like gossip that was happening around Achilles and how he got into his situation and what each person was to him. I love that she ended up adding that in there and still doing her own spin. So I can't wait to see the spin that she does on this one. So yeah. And next we have Tales from the Territory. For this one, we end up getting like multiple stories, but we also get our main stories from Legends and Lattes and what they are facing in like where they place their cafe and stuff like that. So it's definitely going to be nice to read it. I love his writing. I love how heartwarming his stories are. So I definitely can't wait to read this one. If I did not mention, this also drops on the 30th of September, and y'all, I can't wait to get it. So yeah. The next one that I want to mention, I really feel like this is an honorable mention, only because I love me some Allie Hazelwood. And of course, y'all, of course, I just don't like the way she described the bodies, but let's get into it. But yes, she's going to be coming out with Bound and Unbound. Now, I believe she already have this book. She already had these novellas out, but she planned on putting them together in a book format, so you could be able to read the first part of the book forward, and then you'll flip it around, and it's the other part of the book going from the back. But either way, I can't wait to pick it up. I have not read this novella from her, so this is definitely going to be a different experience for me. But for people who have read Allie Hazelwood, I definitely, yeah, you're going to be looking forward to this, to be able to actually have it in physical copy. So that's going to be nice. This is set to drop October 6th. The next book I'm going to be mentioning is Truth to Power. This is a Luke Cage Marvel crime novel, and this is by S.A. Cosby. Y'all know I cannot wait for this, and also to be able to see his version of Marvel is gonna be nice. Like I was never a big fan of Luke Cage, y'all, and not because of like his powers or his story or anything like that. It just didn't interest me. Now I'm not gonna lie, y'all, when it comes to anything Marvel, like give me a black woman with some powers any day and I'm riding and dying for them. Okay, so yeah, if it doesn't have that combo in there, yeah, might just go ahead and pass me. Now I'm not gonna lie, I give them the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes I still end up watching the show, but they just not somebody that I go in as deep as I do the women. Okay, but yes, he's going to be coming out with this on the 13th of October, and I can't wait to see his spin on this, especially from All the Sinners Bleed. When I read that, I really, really loved it, and I just know that he's going to throw this one out the park and make it so interesting for Marvel fans such as myself, and make it very interesting to read. So I definitely can't wait to read it. Okay, y'all, we have 4 more books to go, then I'm gonna finally let y'all go. I feel like this one wasn't as long as my other video, which I really, really loved. I feel like I tried to knock out as much as I could in that one, so when I made part 2 again, I would be ready. Okay, I would be ready, and I wouldn't be able to pretty much, I'm just clearing up the bases right now. All right, I'm just clearing up the bases, so I feel like, yeah, it's going the way it's meant to go. But the next one that I want to mention is Home for the Homicides. This is by Elle Casimano. She is the one who made the Finley Donovan series, so that's exactly why I can't wait to read it. This is set to come out on the 13th of October. Ooh, y'all. And it's pretty much gonna be a murder mystery, y'all already know, on Christmas. So I definitely can't wait to read it. I can't wait to be able to add it to my collection, because y'all know I can't wait to read it, but I'm most likely not gonna read it until it hit Christmas time. Okay, but I can't wait to read it. She always have me laughing. She always have a good story ready to go for us. So yeah, I can't wait to pick it up. Now y'all, the next one, I feel like this is my most excited one. Well, most one that I am excited for, and that is The Wolves of War by John Gwynne. This is set to come out on the 3rd of November. Y'all, I'm so excited for this. I feel like every time Joe Abercrombie or John Gwynne, especially that I have the Broken Binding subscription, so I really hope they end up sending the book before I have to buy it. But y'all, I cannot wait to be able to get this book. I feel like they are just must buys for me. Every time they come out with a new book, I'm already ready to go buy it. So yeah, y'all, I can't wait. I just love me some high fantasy. I wouldn't say I don't care what it's about, but like, y'all, I don't even be reading the premises sometimes. Sometimes I just pick up the book and I just go in like I'm watching a TV show, and it always works for me. I'm not saying it's gonna work for y'all, but it always works for me. So yes, I cannot wait for this book to come out. I'm so excited about it, and I know John Gwynne not gonna let me down. So y'all. Now, during the same time, 3rd of November, the same one for the John Gwynne book, I have another of my favorite authors dropping a book that same day. So, y'all, I am going to be in book heaven, okay? Book heaven. And that's The Captive Traitor King by Bridget Commemer. Now, if you do not know, I also have a love. I love this author down, y'all. I love this author down. I love her writing, okay? I love her books, especially the Defend the Dawn series. I loved it so much, but I could not get into A Curse So Dark and Lonely. It was trash, y'all. It was trash. But I have not read The Warrior Princess Assassin just yet, but she coming out with the second book, so I'm gonna have to pick that book up soon so I can know for sure if I'm gonna be picking up that second book when it comes November. So I need to get a move on that. But yes. The next one that I want to mention is This Wretched Alchemy. Now, I'm only mentioning it because it definitely pulled my eye. I really just love the title. It's set to drop on the 10th of November, and I'm looking forward to it, but then I'm not. I don't really like debut novels. I always feel like I don't have a good experience with them. And that's just me. But I also feel like when I was reading it, I'm like, oh, this sounds so good. But I don't know how long I'm going to be able to get to it. So I kind of want to mention it to remind myself, if like when it comes time to buy it, to not just pick it up, but that I am looking forward to reading it. But I just don't know how fast I'm going to read it, y'all. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me, okay? Okay. So guys, that is the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope y'all had so much fun watching this video and hopefully being able to get some anticipated releases out of it. And if you did, let me know down in the comments, what books are you looking forward to for the end of this half of the year that is coming out soon too. But yeah, y'all, I can't wait to know. Hopefully I could be able to pick up some releases for you guys too. And I'll see you next time. Bye.